Ladies and gentlemen, we are back with another one. As you guys should know, because we are mass recording all of these, I took like a couple hour break from recording these. Mainly just so I can get some food in my system and to just relax for a minute, you know. Take breaks. You don't need to overwork yourself. That's why I wasn't trying to overwork myself. You know, I'm just like, you know what? I'm gonna chillax for a little bit. We're gonna push these last 4 out that I'm wanting to do. So we've already done 4. We got 4 more. We're halfway done to getting all of these mass recorded and ready to be edited, and then pretty much put out for the rest of this weekend into next week. So anyway, we got Andre Miller next, and then after this, obviously, we have Yusuf Nurkic and then Tony Kukoc, and that's going to be the last of those. Then I'm wanting to do Artist Gilmore, and the only reason why I want to do Artist Gilmore is to show for the people that actually got up to level 33 to get that Galaxy Opal Artist Gilmore, if he's worthy of actually being in the center position, because I know a lot of people will not like how Artist Gilmore plays, because a lot of people, especially in this game, as far as I'm aware, and I know my buddy CJ in particular likes to have bigs that are just able to shoot threes as well as defend, as well as be able to finish in the paint. They don't necessarily have to be the best playmaker, but they should be able to shoot threes and defend and all that stuff, as well as, you know, just being a big man. So I know a lot of people probably wouldn't like how Artist Gilmore plays, but because of me, I don't really tend to use my centers for shooting. Even though Anthony Davis is able to shoot threes, I don't really use him to shoot like that much unless he's wide open. And it's also because I play a lot of offline, so I'm just able to abuse the absolute living fuck out of the AIs with Kyle Lowry and Kyrie Irving and Bradley Beal and all those guys. So I'm just able to abuse them to get my way on the 3-point line. But anyway, let's get into it. Andre Miller, point guard, shooting guard, from his time on the Cavaliers. So we're going to be switching over to 2KTV.net, and we're going to be taking a look at this card. Now, this card is definitely unique, and it's definitely a different breed of card, Andre Miller. And he's only had one other card, which was another Cavs version, but this time it was a Sapphire and the Tip-Off East pack. So pretty much like within the second season, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, it was either season 2 or season 3. It was at the very beginning of one of the seasons, because it was the first pack that they released, because they had the Tip-Off East and the Tip-Off West. But he had a Sapphire in that pack, and that was the only other card that he had in the game. So now he's got this pink diamond. Let's take a look at it. So first of all, his shooting, he's got an 88 3-pointer, not the best in the world, but he's got a 94 mid-range, 94 close shot, 92 free throw with a 90 offensive consistency. So he's not going to be that much of a 3-point shooter. He can still shoot the 3 ball, and especially if you get like all the badges he needs on it, then he would be definitely very, very good. Take a look at the badges here. He still needs flexible release, Deadeye, and Green Machine as the main 3 badges that you need to add on him if you so choose to shoot threes with him. Without those badges, he is a lost cause. Because Deadeye, if you don't have Deadeye, then you have to put it on him. A Green Machine is very nice to have. You don't need to have it on, but it's just a nice badge to have. As well as flexible release is fucking important, because any shot that you don't green is considered an untimed shot or a mistimed shot, however you put it. And yeah, not having flexible release is just going to be a fucking nightmare. But next gen, obviously, he's got a set shooter, all this stuff. He still needs blinders on next gen, as well as Deadeye, Green Machine, and also take a look here. Flexible release is gone, so you don't need to worry about that. Just saying. So it's like you still have your 3 badges that you need, but because of next gen, them taking flexible release out, which thank fuck that they took it out. We didn't need to have the badge to begin with. We didn't need them to ruin shooting like that to begin with in 20, but they did, and they're like, hey, in order to shoot consistently when you're not greening, you have to have flexible release. But of course, 20, it was more balanced than 21, because any shot that isn't green is considered a mistimed shot and will use flexible release. Unlike last year in 20, if you guys remember, in 20, it really only worked if you very early, very late released, or even late or early released, and didn't really do it if it was like slightly early or slightly late. Didn't really do much then. But you know, what can you do? What can you do? They finally changed it 21, so there's that. Anyway, inside scoring, this is where things get a little bit different from here. 97 driving layup with a 25 standing dunk, so we obviously expect that for our guard. Not much on the post either, but he's got a 90 driving dunk, 80 draw foul with 80 hands, so pretty decent on the inside scoring. 100%. Taking a look at the badges as well, really good badges. He's obviously going to have that Hall of Fame posterizer, which is definitely going to be very nice. Then on next gen, obviously, he's going to have fearless finisher, giant slayer. The only thing that I don't see that you know would be nice to have on him is heat seeker. Heat seeker would be very nice, especially since he's going to be able to drive in and posterize people, and if you're going to drive with them most of the time anyway, which I see like a lot of people would probably use them as that. Honestly, like putting heat seeker on him would definitely be very important. Maybe a lob city finisher if you so choose. You don't really need it in this game, but it's whatever. It's all up to you guys. But yeah, pretty good for what he's got already for his stats, for him being a guard. Pretty nice. Move on to playmaking. 96 speed with ball, which is really good. 90 ball handling, 98 pass accuracy, so you know he's pretty much just going to be your main playmaker type of player. And then we also have the 90 passing vision, 85 passing IQ, whatever, all that stuff. But 90 ball handling, 96 speed with ball, 98 pass accuracy is the main ones that we're looking at right there. Really good fucking playmaking stats. And of course, I feel like he should have really good playmaking stats because he is a point guard, or a primary point guard, I should say, because he's a point guard and a shooting guard. But pretty good here. Taking a look at the badges here. Yeah, honestly, toxic. He's got every single badge on next gen. Only 3 that he doesn't have on Hall of Fame is break starter, relay, passer, special delivery. But you know, he doesn't have dream shake or post spin technician. I guess you can say the same thing for dream shake, post spin technician over here in finishing, but you don't really need those because it's not like you're going to be posting up much. But yeah, pretty much got all the necessity badges, Hall of Fame, as well as a lot of extra badges as well. Hall of Fame floor general, you love to see it, as well as a needle threader, quick first step, space creator, ankle breaker, unpluckable, dimer, downhill, handles for days. Like you just see like a lot of good badges here that he has on Hall of Fame for playmaking, which is very nice. Move on to athleticism, to a 96 speed, 96 acceleration with an 88 vertical. So the vertical's not that great. Get like maybe a vertical shoe on him, then he'll be absolutely toxic. Then strength, stamina, 89, 95, and then 85 hustle. Just default shit here for hustle and stamina. But for defense, this is where things get a little chaotic, because he's got an 82 interior defense for a 6'4" guard, 94 perimeter defense, 93 help defense IQ, 96 lateral quickness, 94 pass perception with a 96 steal, and he's got a 75 block. So he's got a decent block for being 6'4", with a 90 defensive consistency, has an 80 offensive rebound, and an 84 defensive rebound. Now, because he's a point guard, there's going to be a reason why we don't need too many badges for him, because he's a point guard. He's not a big. He doesn't need that many badges, or as many badges as a big would, because usually if you're like a small forward or a big, you would like your bigs to be able to guard the paint, or guard both the paint and the perimeter, because you know, if a mismatch happens and you're on the perimeter, they should be able to guard the perimeter as well. And it's not like guards are going to help defend the paint regardless of mismatches, because of, well, bigs are just going to shoot over you and score over you at will because you're a point guard. But you know, that should be expected. But having clamps, intimidator, pick dodger as the main badges here, obviously have tireless defender. The only thing I don't see on him that he should have is off-ball pest. Really the only one that I see that he needs or should have. I guess it's all personal preference, but you know, off-ball pest I really like having, or off the ball, and especially if I'm going to play him in the 2 instead of the 1, But yeah, having this right here is definitely very nice. Like all of these badges in particular, he's got chase down artist, so he can get the chase down artist block animations. Pogo stick, just so he can, you know, like if you go for like a block attempt on a pump fake, you can just recover faster. Interceptor is nice to have. All kinds of stuff here. I mean, this is just a really good, really good card here. So we talked about dunking and all that stuff, so we could do something similar like this to where we get the dunk even higher, ball handling higher as well, or we could go with something, and I wanted to see where it was. The Dawn issue number 1 PE would be really good, so you get the acceleration up to a 99, the vertical goes up to a 91, and then you get your driving dunk up to a 93. Could do something like that. Or let's see here. As there was another shoe that I seen earlier. I do want to see if I can find it, because if I find the shoe, also before we actually do that, let's actually put on my coach, because my coach actually gives me the defense, the steal, and all that stuff, and a 92 3-point rating with passing IQ as well. But with the shoe here at this point, we need, where was it? I forget which one it was. I completely forget which one it was, but there was a really good shoe. This one right here, Puma Sky Dreamer, the one that we had on Kyle Kuzma. So it gives us the 3-pointer, and it gives us the ball handling and speed with ball, but it also gives us vertical. So this is why this is really good, because like we already have a 90 driving dunk. So that's fine. We don't really need to have another increase in our driving dunk unless you really want to have an increase in the driving dunk. But this shoe is brilliant because you get the vertical up to a 91. Then you also get a +7 altogether if you were using Doc Rivers or Grit and Grind. So I have a 95. 99 speed with the ball, 93 ball handling is really great. Your defense gets increased, so you have the 99 steal, 99 lateral quickness, 98 perimeter defense with the 97 help IQ. It's just very nice. Like, it's just all around great. But in this case, without the 3-pointer being as high as it is, obviously, so you take everything out from here. Taking a look at this, just like his base stats alone, I can already tell you that this 100%, I would consider him like a two-way slashing playmaker right here. So a two-way slashing playmaker is what I'll call him, just because he's not much of a shooter. He's pretty much like a really great finisher, really great playmaker, and a really great defender. Obviously, there's only like a couple names that you can give him right there, but I'll just call him a two-way slashing playmaker for the sake of just like calling it like what a build would be called in Mycareer and all that stuff. So really good card. I definitely do like this. Shout out to Andre Miller, man. Getting a really good card in 2K. Man, this card is a W. 100% is a W for what it is. For what like the card is. If you need a card that plays like this, like a two-way slashing playmaker, you're not really worried about the shooting and whatnot for a point guard, this is the card for you, man, because I'm telling you, this card is phenomenal, especially if you use Grit and Grind and you get that +4 to your 3-pointer. Then you also add the Sky Puma, so you can also get the so you can get the vertical up, you get the ball handling up, you also get the speed with ball up. So it's just very insane. But yeah, this card is a W, man. I 100% love this card. It's definitely a really good card. I don't know if I'll 100% actually use it in a lineup. If I need to, 100% I will eventually do so. Like if I have to have Cavs players, 100% Andre Miller is going into the lineup for sure. But anyway, other than that, guys, I love this card. Definitely do love it. If you guys love this video, though, make sure you hit the like button. Comment your feedback in comment section below as always, and go down to the subscribe button. If it's red and says subscribe, hit that button, turn it gray, make it say subscribed, and also hit that bell that's next to it. Click all, and you'll never miss another upload, never miss another episode. Anyway, guys, that'll be it for me. As always, I'll talk to you all in the next one. Later, everybody.
tripping, now I'm blue. Mega man, I can't win for losing cause I got too many haters, man. Used to be the